Hello, hello, hello. I'm a local hippie. And today, we're going to be talking about Shakespeare. So, my Shakespeare collection is not all inclusive, I don't think. I think there maybe probably a few more, maybe if I'm not mistaken. But I do have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I do have eight of the Folger Shakespeare Library volumes. Um, I have Much Ado About Nothing. I have The Taming of the Shrew. I have Hamlet, and that is so beautiful. This royal blue color is so beautiful. Goodness gracious. I have The Tempest. Of The Merchant of Venice. We've got Julius Caesar. We've got King Lear. And then we have this big boy, Shakespeare's Sonnets. I actually probably, no, not probably. I do have a few more. Give me 1 second. So, with these three being added, I actually have 11 of the Folger Shakespeare Library volumes. So, we have Othello, which I've read and have tabbed up, Romeo and Juliet, again, which I have tabbed up. And the latest Shakespeare piece that I have read is A Midsummer's Night Dream. So that makes 11. And I wanted to collect Shakespeare's works. I don't know, because I felt so strongly the first piece of literature I ever read by Shakespeare was Othello. And as you can see, it's pretty tabbed up. And I really enjoyed it. And I read this before I had a YouTube channel. So I did have a YouTube channel, but I think I just kind of stopped um making videos on it for a while. And so in between that, between me stopping my YouTube channel and then starting again, I read this and I never made a video about it. And I just thought that this was so good when I did read it. I think I even rated it like 4 or 5 stars or something like that. And because I I am I write as a hobby, and um I am trying to expand my my tastes as a reader, if you will, in reading things that are a little bit outside of my comfort zone. When I began reading, I only really ever read romance because that was what was comfortable for me. And if it wasn't romance, it was just like YA, things that were just really simple, very easy to follow. And um and that's because for me, I had gotten into a habit, and I really haven't shaped this habit yet, of just kind of being on social media and being on my phone, spending a lot of time on my phone throughout the day. And of course, I have found that my attention span just is not what it used to be. When I began reading when I was in high school, um, I could just sit and read a book for hours and hours and hours and hours. The difference back then was that I didn't have access to um, a phone. So I spent a lot of my time reading. So much of it reading, actually, that I would get in trouble. I remember this one time I was cooking broccoli and I burned broccoli. How do you burn steamed broccoli? You read Hunger Games as like a 15-year-old and get so enthralled that you're just reading, 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 and you just don't care about anything else except the fact that you're reading, and you burn your broccoli. That's how you do it. now I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that simplicity of not using my phone as much. I have it, but just not using it as much, and diversifying my reading, expanding my vocabulary, expanding my knowledge of good literature and even of bad literature, to be completely honest with you. But I thought I would start reading Shakespeare because everybody knows Shakespeare. Like everybody knows Shakespeare. And for good reason, because, you know, he's genius. So I found myself just being obsessed. And also, let me say, I'm very much a Libra, okay? I'm very, very much into aesthetics, things that are aesthetically pleasing, things that are gonna look good, things that go together, really. And the reason why I wanted to buy the Folger Shakespeare Library collection was because they look really, really good together. Let me hold them up. Look at how perfect and just pretty they look together, right? So they're like so pretty and so aesthetically pleasing when put together. And it's the same reason why I collect the Penguin Classic Black Spines, because I just love, oh, Leaning Tower of Pisa, because I just love having a bookshelf that looks cohesive. Um, so that was what it was. Some of it was aesthetics. A lot of it was just, hey, Shakespeare is one of the greatest writers of all time. I want to read his stuff. I want to read his stuff. I want to expose myself to his stuff. Because even if I found that I didn't enjoy his writing, or if I didn't enjoy his voice or his stylistic approach, I would still read because there would be so much to learn from Shakespeare, because whether or not I think that he's one of the greatest writers of all time, he arguably is objectively one of the greatest writers of all time, and I want to learn from that. So that's another reason why I want to dive into his stuff and read it. Um, and so yeah, um, I've had this collection for just a little bit over a year now, and I think there are still a few that I don't have that I need to buy. I need to like Google and see. But yeah, that is my Shakespeare collection so far. Yes, I'm gonna put so far because I don't know, because I may have all of them, but I don't know if I actually do. If I don't, I'm definitely gonna get the rest of that collection. The plan is to have every Shakespeare um, Folger Shakespeare Library edition that is available. That's the goal. So, yeah, that's my Shakespeare collection. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. Maybe Shakespeare, maybe Othello, maybe Romeo and Juliet, maybe not. But, um, yeah, until next time.